and welcome to Us's Lounge. It's lovely to be back. I've been away for a bit, about 2 weeks. As I said, I own my time. I decide when to paint. Life happens. You get back on your feet. That's why we're here. That's the point of Us's Lounge. Depression, mania, all that led me here to start my blog. And today is a very, very special day. We are at BrushStrokes at Us's Lounge, but I'm painting something very special today, and it has a major significance. I would like to think most of what I do has significance, spiritual significance. Some of you don't believe in the spiritual world and spiritual things. We just see the physical with our five senses, but I remind you to go read my blog. We have 7 senses. We have divine senses. Mine are mental perception and as 947 said, the 7th sense, as per the US scientists, the 7th sense is your boss is always around. Mine is spiritual understanding. Okay, it is Women's Day today. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's Women's Day, and today we're painting sunflowers. Our theme, we're on page 31 of 50 pages. You might notice in my order, I've kind of switched things around. I've skipped a few. Some of them were so boring. Like, I'll tell you a little bit about them. So our last painting was at halfway through the book. We were on the Rooster. I think I did a pretty good job based on the feedback I got. I told you it was Mandela Day. My sister's born on Mandela Day. She embodies the spirit of Mandela. She's such a giver, a lover. She's a healer. She's a doctor, a cardiologist. I did my best. And also I told you about how this took me to my childhood, where I grew up with my mom raising chickens, having a poultry, picking up eggs, getting pecked by them aggressively with love, watching the broilers, the native fowls, even the turkeys do show their majestic feathers. And as you see, I love my feathers. So from there, I've painted a few things after that, because I normally paint just after I run. It's part of my healing therapy, as you call it, mental wellness. That is what I do. But after that, we went to page 26. We painted the city scene. And speaking about the city scene, oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Rooster shirt, which I got from Key West, from page 25, my sister's 40th birthday in Key West, Florida, the Paradise City. This was my souvenir from. I always buy souvenirs when I travel, because just to remember. Always fridge magnets without fail. My fridge magnets. But I also got a T-shirt this time because I loved the history behind the cock and the roosters and the hens everywhere, and the specific cock that was always with us at Fairfield Hotel where we stayed, and it's a very natural based place, all organic, and obviously chicken, free range chicken is organic. After the cock, which I'm wearing today, the rooster from Key West, Florida, for Mandela Day and my sister's 40th last year, I painted. I always say we. I know it sounds really insane because it's just me talking to myself, or the audience who's watching, maybe, if anyone is. But why I say we is because I'm a spiritual person. And for me, spiritually, I am not just alone. I've got the Spirit of God in me. As I'm a Christian, as I told you, I was brought up in a Christian background. That's my spiritual truth, or the word of truth that I subscribe to, or I know about. I'm reading about other spiritual truths. I even went to Cambodia. I went to Siem Reap. I went to the Angkor temples, Angkor Wat. I've seen all that. I've seen the Buddhism. I've understood. I love to learn. As I said, I'm a growth enthusiast. But back to the painting. So I painted number 26, city scene, and I didn't feel it was to something exciting to show or to record while I painted. So I do those things. I just paint something and not add it to my blog. But this is what I painted, and this is what I was supposed to paint. And just to highlight what it was supposed to be, okay, let me hold it correctly for the end result. That's the end result. But they show you the baby steps from the beginning, not in the best way, but you use your imagination as well. So for the scene, the city scene, you see the car. There's the car. You see the traffic lights in the red. It's called large shapes and small details. So you're not supposed to see exactly a city, right? You are just supposed to see the large shapes and kind of put it together. That's the point of art. Art doesn't have to always be explicit. Same with spirituality, right? You can't see it, but I hope you can. So this is what I did. There's the car, there are the street lights, there is some road, some jagged road, and then you have some of the sky. I painted mine with more white. Hello, bird. Yeah, I love my birds. Feathers. My baby is in the skies. So that was city scene. And to speak about city scene, to speak a little bit about city scene, I'm a I'm very humble. I try to be humble about it, but I love to travel, and I'm an aspiring global traveler, and I've been around. So city scene maybe spoke to what my traveling experiences have been, from working in the US to London, living in the big city, the Big Apple, New York City, Manhattan. I actually spent a holiday in the very beautiful city called uh, East Village in Manhattan. It has such an artistic vibe. It is so beautiful. Obviously, Central Park. So this took me back to the city scenes I've been to, like the high skyscrapers in the Western world. So just to show you that I've done that. So after we did the cock, we did this. And then we also painted the next thing on the page. We almost at 50. We on 20. I did 27 already, and that's a snow scene. Also simplifying the landscape. So it's a landscape, but you're simplifying it. So it's not supposed to show you all the snow and all that heavy detail. At some point, I pray I will be that good, Picasso good, right? That's the dream. We're all allowed to dream, guys. It's Women's Day today. Dream. Have the biggest dream possible as a woman. It is okay to dream. You are a man, but you are wow, man. Dream. That's the lesson I'll leave with you today before we carry on with our painting. So the snow scene takes me to, let me show you what I did. Oh, that's right here. I'm covering it today because I can't afford to have a million boards, right? Paint boards or paint canvases. So this is the city, this is the snow scene. This is what it was supposed to look like. I always play around with the colors. I use green for the trees or some of the trees. That's the shadow of some of the trees. The bottom is the snow, and the top is the sky, and that's what we have there. But for the snow scene on page 27, that took me to Omaha, Nebraska, when I did my just in time with Deloitte. Omaha, Nebraska. I was like, where is that? And then I realized that's where the Emir, they call him, is it the Emir or the Emir? I think so, of Nebraska. it's cold. It is very cold. It is colder than Chicago, where my sister lived, the Windy City. It is colder, and I had to drive. So when I worked in auditing of the Big Four, we did just in time back then because business season in the US is so crazy, right? So they normally take us because CASAs are world class recognized. We can practice anywhere in the world. So once you qualify, you have the opportunity. They don't do it much anymore because times have changed. That was like 2013, right? So I got the opportunity to go to Omaha with just two of us, me and a friend of mine, a Ghanaian friend of mine, also a friend of mine still today. Hi, Ajwa. Yeah, so we were the two people sent to Omaha, a very random, it's actually a farm, but guess what we audited? We audited Berkshire Hathaway because the Omaha that I was like so upset I lived at and worked at for 4 months was from January, the peak of winter. We hired cars. I would be on firstly on the wrong side of the road, and then I would screech the car because of the snow, and then there'll be split snow. You know those when snow melts and it's now ice. Ah, those are the worst. You sleep and you. I had the worst. It was freezing cold, but I had the best times too. So this snow scene takes me to Omaha, Nebraska, where our Warren Buffett is from. And as much as it's not as pretty as, and I didn't display it while I did it, I did it. I'm that person that does everything in the book. I know. Okay. The next one I will skip because I've done that, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show that in due course. As I said, I skip things. My spirits, we, me, myself, and I, as I call it. I is the God in me. Me is the physical me. Myself is the ego. I've written all about it in the blog. Go listen, read my blog. It's all in there. Who am I? What is myself? So me, myself, and I, we are today painting. We're skipping from page 27. I've already painted page 28, but that's a surprise for next week. I'm going to show you. Oh, there might be another surprise, but maybe not. I'm still consulting with the spirit on page 30 of the book of the 50 paintings. But page 31, which is the end of the month normally, right? In a full month, it's 31 days. Today, because spring is about to start for me and it's a sunflower. So it's the end of winter almost. We're in August, right? So I'm painting for Women's Day. Sunflowers. Exciting, right? Exciting, right? That's how my blog started. It was my interaction with the sun, the hypnosis I had where I was hypnotized by the sun and I saw the rainbow in the sun. So I love yellow so much. Even my business, my holding company is called BizBuzz Tech, and it is all yellow. It's a bee. It's a bee actually. And we know what bees are. Bees are conscious. They just discovered 2 years ago. I remember my Micah was 3 years old when the discovery that bees are conscious. And I experienced it because 2 weeks ago, just after I got back from all that happened this year with my nephew passing, I was just sitting next to my tree talking to one of my plants, and this bee is playing with my hand, and I'm talking to my husband. I'm like, what the? And then I do this, and it falls off, and then I don't like to kill. I don't like to kill little animals because they're also beings, right? They also have life, right? It's like killing a human being. But my instinct, the instinct that is in me, that has been put in me by this world, that says we are superior to everything else on the planet, made me step on this bee. But I didn't kill it. I made sure I didn't kill it. I just crushed it a little bit, but just so it feels a little bit of pain. But it didn't sting me. So why did I do that? I know, right? Why did I do that? So I moved on. It flew. It struggled, flew away. I actually felt sorry for it. I know, I'm that person. I'm a nature lover. And then I come to the side of the house to open my collapsible doors to come out and get some sun. And guess what was waiting for me there? Oh, I did on BizBus Tech. You can go check it out on LinkedIn, on Facebook, all my platforms. I did a whole thing about the bees when they discovered that they were conscious because my holding company, BizBus Tech, it's a bee, and I was so excited to learn that consciousness. A bee is a conscious. So
So
Hibo,
this bee
my business
just waited for
development
me as I just
consciousness
opened the door. It just stung
is
me. I've
there.
never been stung by a bee ever.
I swear, I'm not lying. This happened. I told my husband, he laughed at me so bad. Anyway, the bees, they help us pollinate. They give, without bees, we wouldn't exist. So treat your bees right. Moral of the story, and treat your woman too right. Treat them right. Okay, let's get to the painting. The sun, spring is almost here, winter is over, the sad times are over almost. And actually, for me, this is page 31, so it's over. So we are creating contrast with temperature. I know, right? There's some pun in there. The weather is changing. And sunflowers, has go read about the significance of sunflowers. People just read. I love to read. You would learn so much. Like you might paint something thinking, like I did, it's such a good thing. Oh, it's red, it is love, and then you realize it's poison. So this time, I know sunflower is from the sun, and we all love the sun. This without the sun, we wouldn't, yeah, be here probably. So sunflower, let's do this. There are two of them for me. It is my baby and me, the auntie. So let's get to it. I hope I do it justice as I did the cock. Let's go. It's a brand new time for me. Okay, guys, back at BrushStrokes' Office Lounge. Again, happy Women's Day, South Africa. Um, so we're playing with temperature today, and from my understanding, reading into the book, 50 small paintings. I've showed you what we're doing today. We're doing the sunflower, right? So I've just learned that in coloring, the warm color. I mean, we all know that, right? But I've just learned something new in addition to that. There's warm colors and there are cool colors, right? For example, orange is a warm color and blue is a cool color. But today we're gonna play around with it because we can actually play around with temperature. So temperature in coloring or painting is color. It's playing with cool or warm colors. That's why the temperature element is in the title called Creating Contrast with Temperature. So since I'm using my snow scene, I'm covering the snow with summer, which is about to be here, spring in South Africa, and then which leads our spring our spring is just a few days and it's summer anyway. So I'm going to cover the snow because snow tortured me actually in Omaha, Nebraska in 2013. I used to get hooted at. Like, I'll be on the wrong side of the road. I will be swerving in the snow. I didn't know how to use the tires in winter, the winter tires. It was a disaster. I don't know why the Lloyds gave us um car hire. They should have just allowed us Uber. Was there Uber then? I don't even remember. Okay, let's get to it. So I'm gonna start off by covering the board in blue, the cool color. I'm a cool person, but don't get me fired up. I'm also warm. As I told you, orange, one of my favorite colors. Yellow, my favorite color. Purple. So blue, let's start with the cool stuff. Like it's winter, so let's start with cool. Let me cover the board in blue. Let's go. It was my baby's birthday. This is why I love you. Oh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. Me. I found love in you. I loved my baby so much. And now he's looking down on me from the heavens through the eye of the sun. And he's a star. And the sun is the star on our planet Earth. I wish I said goodbye. I didn't. Oh, I did actually. I got to say goodbye to my baby twice. Good night, Auntie. The night it's 11 hours different between here and Calgary, Canada. And I was already sleeping, but my phone is normally on sleep mode, so I don't get calls when it's on sleep time, so I can sleep. Sleep is very important, by the way, woman. Sleep is very everyone sleep 6 to 8 hours. I've been through all the psychiatrists I know in therapy. Sleep is very important. 6 to 8 hours uninterrupted sleep. But for some reason, I woke up to a silent call to say goodbye twice to my nephew because he said goodbye, Auntie, twice. And then at 4 a.m., I was woken up that he took a nap. And that was it. After talking to himself, prophesying, his name is Micah, prophesying for a long time. His dad was like, is this boy not going to sleep? And he just slept and slept. How do I heal from that? At least I got a goodbye twice, a few hours before. He would have been 5 on the 21st of July. Our divine birthdays, 18, 15, 18, 21. We didn't have a 21 this year. But the next divine birthdays are coming in December. We'll see how that goes. As a stranger. I don't want to give my heart away to another stranger. I'm too hurt. I lost my baby. Can't even let the sunlight in, but the sun wouldn't stop shining. That's all I smile for, the sun and kiss and the birds, because feathers, my baby, I think of. I don't want to start fire. Oh. Ha! See if I start. Hey, Haibo. Hmm. Watch yourselves. Came back, not one soul, after mourning my nephew for 6 months almost. 5 months exactly. Not one soul has visited me in South Africa to say condolences. Not one soul. Not a friend. Not an acquaintance. Only family. So that's all I care about now. Just family. And my painting. And my guitar. And my music. And my meditation. And my reading. That's me. That's also Sado. Fruitful. Yigalo. Quarry. Hashtag. The painter in the making. Oh no! The artist in the making. Okay, I think this is done. I think the blue can dry a little bit and we'll carry on with we're gonna carry on with the sunflower. We're gonna put in the sketches and then get to put in my baby and the aunt there and the future babies that are gonna come along at the bottom next to us, our family of sunflowers. While we wait for the blue background to dry, the cool color, the sky is blue to dry. My baby's in the skies, an angel, a butterfly, a bird, anything that flies and lives, and the sun registered officially. Um, while that is drying, the blue background, I want to tell you a little story. Back in 2019, when my baby was born, I ended up in hospital because I told you about the hypnosis with the sun. And shortly after, he was born on the 21st of July. And in the third week, Women's Day, I was just in my room in my ward, and all of a sudden, I'm getting flowers delivered from London, my best friend, from the US, my sisters, from my friends at work, at Deloitte. Even got visitors. My other friend Katenda from Deloitte, she brought me flowers. My mother-in-law came. I got a whole bunch of flowers. So Women's Day is a very special day for me. I had to get up, as painful as it was, it's out my nephew's fifth birthday being here, being a heavenly birthday. But Women's Day, just getting all those I've never received all that much flowers in my entire life. I've not even gotten more than a bunch of flowers at once, if I think correctly, if I remember correctly. Anyway, Women's Day. All I remember is the letters, the love letters I got with all the bouquets. I even got daffodils. Daffodils is yellow and it tells you about rebirth. It signifies rebirth. So thank you, Funke, my bestie, my twinsy, for sending me daffodils all the way from London on Women's Day South Africa, 2019, when I was in hospital recovering from the sun did to me. It shocked my brain. It scattered it. And my head is literally scattered now because my baby, my son, is not on earth. It's now in the universe. Okay, let's get back to the painting. It should be dry. We're gonna do the yellow now. Sketch the sunflower. A bird set free. Oh, I'm a bird set free. I don't I don't care what people think if I'm making a fool of myself. I'm free. I started my blog with freedom, what is your price? And now, on cloud nine always. Sometimes I'm sad, yes, because I lost my nephew, unfortunately. The story, as soon as I finished writing the 14 episodes about our story, he was gone. So I'm glad I followed through on the mission. Oscar's Lounge. Now it's time to be free as a bird. Are you afraid of the person you don't even like? Ha! Thank you, Adele. You just want to bring us down. This world. Evil. On myself. Stop trying to be somebody else. Be yourself. Look stupid. Look, as a woman, you're beautiful. You're a wow man. Everyone wants something. Why do you want to control everything? Obsessed about this. I need a brand new car you can't afford. I need a house I can't afford. I need Gucci I can't afford. I get lay by. Lay by. Free yourself, people. Freedom. It's all up to you to be free. Okay, can you see my sunflower coming out? The mother, the aunt. Yes. Now let's have my baby next to me. Uh-huh. Get over yourself. Please, woman. It's Women's Day. Everyone wants something from you. That's why I love that song called Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. Who am I to disagree? Everyone is looking for something. You want to be abused? Or do they abuse you? Everyone is looking for something. They want to use you? Ah, or do you want to be used? Or do you want to just be yourself? Because life is short. Time is money. Money is time. Time is life. That is my new motto. Choice, yours. And freedom, by the way, there's no price. It is free. Going back to the start of my blog with the calculator, the chart, and guess what? In my house that I bought fully furnished, that we bought, me and my husband, then yeah, it came with a red calculator. I don't know why. It's Oscar's Lounge. There's no price to freedom. It's just being yourself, nobody else but you. Authenticity, authentically you. That's all you need to be as a woman, as a human being. Be, meditate, enjoy nature. You know, the mind just expands, and consciousness. Even when you sleep, you're conscious. You can learn while you sleep. That is the definition of consciousness. That's super consciousness, they call it. You can attain it. Just try a little harder. Okay, I think that's the layout done. I'm gonna allow that dry, and then we're gonna bring in some warm colors. My favorite, orange, and give the sunset, the sunflower element in the middle. Aha, gets better. All the possessions, all the money. It's what you have in your heart. What does it mean? Nothing. Stand up. Stand up for something. Woman, stand up. It means nothing if you stand up, if you don't stand up for something. I'm proud of who's looking back at me at the mirror. Man in the Mirror, that song. Ooh, Michael Jackson. I call him Angel Michael. Thank you. Nothing you can say about him can ruin him as a hero and the greatest musician that ever lived. Self-respect, dignity. Have some self-respect and dignity, my woman. You know, without dignity, self-respect, you don't have anything. Even if you have the fanciest yellow bone skin, smooth makeup, Brazilian or Cambodian, I don't know. Let's rise. Okay, let me finish. Ha! You got to walk that walk. Yes, you do. Nothing if you don't stand up for something, and I'll stand up for you. Stand up for you. Yes, I will. I'm doing my best to stand up for you. Stand up for yourself now. Giving you all the motivation you need to treat yourself right. Allow yourself to be treated right, at least. Believe you can be free. Stand up for your rights as a woman. Happy Women's Day, South Africa. And my painting is done. I think I've tried. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today on Women's Day, the 9th of August, with my journey from my baby, the sun, the beginning of my blog articles, freedom. What is your price? Discovering that the price of freedom is free. And as a woman, you have power. And the temperature, the sunflowers. If you take your power back as a woman, you will have the cool colors as well as the warm colors. You will smile, but you'll be fierce. Until next time, peace, love, lots of love, especially for me. I leave you with joy. Till next time, from Osasano Quarry, bye bye.